ISF deadlines for chemical and hazardous materials imports. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore topics related to customs brokerage, customs bonds, importer security filing, ISF, and international trade. In today's video, we will discuss the important ISF deadlines for chemical and hazardous materials imports. If you're involved in importing chemicals or hazardous materials, it's crucial to understand the specific requirements and deadlines. Let's get started. Understanding ISF for chemical and hazardous materials. Importer security filing, ISF, is a critical requirement by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, for importing goods into the United States. When it comes to chemicals and hazardous materials, there are additional considerations to ensure compliance. 10+2 Rule. The 10+2 rule requires ISF filings for chemical and hazardous materials imports to be submitted at least 10 calendar days prior to the cargo being loaded onto the vessel at the foreign port. This timeframe allows CBP to assess potential risks associated with these goods. Proper classification and documentation. Accurate classification and documentation of chemicals and hazardous materials are fundamental to ISF filing. Ensure that you determine the correct relevant codes, such as the Harmonized System (HS) codes, and have all required documentation ready. Required information for ISF filing. When filing ISF for chemical and hazardous materials imports, several key pieces of information are necessary. This includes the manufacturer's name and address, seller's name and address, HTS/US numbers, country of origin, bill of lading or booking number, and more. Amendments and timely updates. It's crucial to promptly update or amend your ISF filing if any changes occur before the cargo arrives in the U.S. This ensures that CBP has the most accurate and up-to-date information, minimizing the risk of penalties or delays. Additional data by arrival. In addition to the initial filing, it is essential to submit additional information about the chemical or hazardous materials within 24 hours before the vessel's arrival at the U.S. port. This includes data such as the specific product name, quantity, and item, package type. Compliance with other regulatory agencies. Apart from CBP, importing chemicals and hazardous materials often involves adherence to regulations established by other agencies, such as the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, or the Department of Transportation. Familiarize yourself with their requirements for a smooth import process. Proper packaging and labeling. When importing chemicals and hazardous materials, it's crucial to ensure proper packaging and labeling in compliance with relevant regulations. This includes appropriate hazard labeling, safety data sheets, SDS, and compliance with packaging standards to minimize risks. Utilizing hazardous material specialists. Navigating the complex regulations surrounding the importation of chemicals and hazardous materials may require the expertise of hazardous material specialists or consultants. Their knowledge and guidance can help ensure compliance with all applicable rules. Customs bond requirement. Importers of chemicals and hazardous materials may need to obtain a customs bond. A customs bond provides financial security to CBP, guaranteeing compliance with customs regulations, and meeting any potential financial obligations. Continuous bond or single entry bond. The type of customs bond required for chemicals and hazardous materials imports depends on your import frequency. Continuous bonds are suitable for frequent importers, while single-entry bonds may be more appropriate for occasional shipments. ISF bond consideration. In addition to a customs bond, an ISF bond may also be necessary for compliance. The ISF bond acts as a financial guarantee to meet ISF requirements and covers potential penalties or fines associated with non-compliance. Cost and renewal considerations. The cost of customs bonds and ISF bonds varies depending on factors such as the import value, bond amount, and importer's risk profile. Additionally, both bonds have expiration dates, so it's vital to renew them promptly to avoid disruptions. Bond claims and compliance. In cases of non-compliance or violation of customs regulations, CBP may initiate a bond claim. Compliance with all ISF and customs requirements can minimize the likelihood of such claims and their associated costs. Working with a customs broker. Given the complexities and regulatory requirements surrounding chemical and hazardous materials imports, working with a competent customs broker is highly recommended. They can assist with ISF filing, customs bond procurement, compliance, and ensure a smooth import process. Importance of trade compliance. Maintaining trade compliance is crucial for importers of chemicals and hazardous materials. Compliance ensures the safety of the public, the environment, and the proper handling and disposal of these goods. Continuous education and training. Due to the evolving nature of regulations, staying educated and trained on the latest requirements is essential. Stay updated on regulatory changes and best practices to ensure ongoing compliance with ISF and related regulations. Consulting resources and expertise. Utilize resources such as official CBP guidelines, industry associations, and regulatory agencies to stay informed about specific requirements for chemical and hazardous materials imports. Additionally, consult with customs experts or hazardous materials consultants for specialized guidance. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates on our upcoming videos. We have a wealth of topics planned related to customs brokerage, customs bonds, ISF, and international trade. Understanding the ISF deadlines for chemical and hazardous materials imports is crucial for importers to maintain compliance with customs regulations. Remember the 10+2 rule and provide additional data before vessel arrival. Working with a customs broker and obtaining the necessary customs bond is highly recommended for a smooth import process. Stay tuned for more informative videos, and we'll see you in the next one.